Hey, good morning. It's weigh-in day, and I am trying to do I'm trying to do this before I wake up Sebastian. And I don't want to say his name 3 times because y'all seen the movie. Anyway, I normally wait and weigh about 8 o'clock. I used to weigh around 11, but I just got to where I couldn't wait. The curiosity was too much. And so this morning, I just weighed after I got up and got in the shower. I just, because I don't care. I care, but not enough to wait. I know that sounds terrible. I'm up 1.1 pounds, so that makes me up the past 3 weeks. Now, some of it may have come from my eating because it was one day, I can't remember what day it was. It might have been Sunday. I ate like I was on death row. I just did. And there was a couple days, like from Thursday to Sunday, I think it was, Thursday to Sunday. I might have tracked one day, but I didn't track the other days. And it didn't take pictures of my food or nothing. Even if it was good food or bad food, I just didn't bother. I was still like on the tail end of my depression eating, I guess what you call it, from, the week before. Well, the week before. The big gain week. Even though I know what it is now, and I realize it because I'm still holding the water. The one day I ate bad. The other days was still the same. Some good eating, some bad eating, and then I and not because it was Monday, it just happened to play out that way. It's like Monday, okay, between Monday and Thursday, I better get my act together. I'm going to have to come on here and humiliate myself. So, I don't feel humiliated. It just is what it is. I'm up a pound. It could be some water. It could be some fat. Don't know. Could be anything. Could be because I just woke up and you weigh more. I don't know. I will tell you, my leg is huge. And I'm still retaining all over because I can feel it. I've dealt with this long enough to know I can feel it, that it has not gone down. Whether the weight has fluctuated or not, I can feel that the fluid has not gone anywhere. When I went to get supper last night, I'm going to add, after this one, after this part, I'm going to put yesterday's food up instead of making it 2 different videos because I never got around to getting it up last night or this morning. I figured I would just add this to it. But I had pork chops on my menu for yesterday, and when Alexa told me, 12:30, she hollers out at me, "Do you have meat to thaw?" I think I've told you that before. If you have an echo of Alexa on anything, just put you a reminder in there. Whatever time of day you need to know to thaw something for your supper, just tell her, make a reminder, tell her to tell you whatever she wants to. She just tells me, "Do you have meat to thaw?" And she saved my honey several times. She did yesterday when "Do you have meat to thaw?" Yes, I do. So I go over there to get my pork chops. Guess what? There ain't no pork chops in the freezer. I apparently did not mark it off on my inventory. That got me fouled up. I was already having a pathetic day. It was just a day where everything irritated me. And I have this issue with sounds. Sounds irritate me to my bones. And there are days when it's almost like somebody is just ice picking me. Does anybody suffer with that? It does have a name. Misphonia or something. There's a name that describes how you feel about sounds. So, which is so crazy because I'm a loud person. Right now I'm not being loud because people are still sleeping. But when I laugh, y'all think I laugh on camera. You ought to hear me in person. I have been told before that I cackle like a hen. I'm not joking. Somebody told me that. They told me you cackle like a hen. Oh, well. I guess I do. But when I get real tickled, I'm really loud. So the fact that sounds bother me is straight. It's just strange. The fact that I can't stand a loud house bothers me because I'm loud. I don't understand myself. So anyway, what was I even saying? I go off on these tangents and I can't get back to the gate. didn't have pork chops. And like I said, I was having a bad day. Told David, I said, I'm not rearranging. I'm not making nothing else. I'm just not doing it. I've rearranged my menu terribly the past couple of weeks. It's gone way off what I have written down, which I don't mind. It's a guide. If I don't have it, then we won't eat because I will not be prepared. And so it does go off sometimes. But the past 2 weeks it has been unruly, just unruly. And that grinds me. So yesterday I was just like, I'm not changing. He's like, I told him, I said, I don't care if we have to eat sandwiches. And this man, bless his heart, he goes, it's okay. So he's good. He knows he's been with me long enough. He knows how I am. So I got around getting closer to time to get him up and everything. And I thought, well, I'll just go get us something. So I went to Zaxby's. But let me tell you, I got a salad, a grilled salad. I ate their light vinaigrette. I got it for 10 points. Yeah, I can make a salad at home lower, but I didn't have the stuff. And I wasn't going to. Didn't feel like it. So for somebody to hand me a salad out the window, listen, that's the way I wanted to go last night. And I love their wings and all that stuff. So I think I did good. Didn't eat the bread either. But I went to put my sandals on. I have this pair of sandals. I got several different colors. Had them for 3 years. Because if I like something, I'll wear it to death. These shirts right here, I've had them for 3 years. We'll wear them to death. Okay? I went to slide that sandal on just to go down there and back. Couldn't get my left foot in. It's got 2 buckles across the top that you can adjust. I had to open it up to the very first hole, which has never been touched since I've had them in those 3 years. I could hardly get the little pokey thing through the hole. Once I did that, I still couldn't get my foot all the way in that sandal. Now, I wear a 12 wide. These are wide shoes. Still could not get my foot all the way up in there. So, yes, I am still retaining fluid, and my leg is huge. And I already have neuropathy. And it's moving up my leg. My whole foot is not dead. My big toe's dead. You can poke it all day long and I won't feel it. The rest of it is numb. It's the kind of numb that when it itches, you can't scratch it. Because it's just in there and you can't feel the skin, so it's just down deep. It's aggravating. So, with it being so big, it's going numb on top of the numb. if you can, if that's the best way I can say it, and it's just, well, it's just big. And I did, speaking of, you that were telling me, I did tell my doctor to go ahead and set me up with the lymphedema clinic. So I'm just waiting on them to call me back with some kind of appointment time, or to set up an appointment time for the first consultation, because, they look and they measure and, tell you if they think they can do something, which they're going to have to do something because it's obviously not coming down on its own this time. That time it didn't. In between, I've, swollen, it's gone down, up and down, back and forth, but this time it's just not going anywhere. It's just kind of settled in. So, I'll let you know when I get that set up, but thanks for all your advice on that. I did take it. I went ahead, and so I think that was all this morning. I was gonna tell you this. Sandy over at Let's Get Fit with Sandy, and she was talking about, I think my go-go boots from yesterday made her giggle. I was in the shower, and that song came to my mind. Me and my papa, he built his house. He was a brick mason. He built his house, and the outside, like the side and the front, was stone. He got the stone from the mountains. Where he had the place up there, he got the stone from up there in the mountains somewhere. And so it was stone on that side. He did it, right? Anyway, it had a basement. And that's where they had a fireplace. It was still just a concrete floor. They had the metal poles, and that's where Mama had her washer and dryer. She never would. We tried up until her last days before she moved in with my mama to let us hook it up in the garage because those stairs were wood stairs, steep, not a nice little. I don't know what Papa was thinking. I mean, they're like used to scare me as a kid, definitely as an adult, and then it got to where I couldn't go down them at all just because of my knees. So anyway, she wouldn't let us put her washer and dryer up in the garage, which was just a couple steps down off of their little back porch thing. That's that. But he would work down there, woodwork, stuff like that. And so I'd go down there and piddle around with him while he was piddling around. Well, I think I hadn't even looked it up. I think it was Nancy Sinatra. I think. But you remember these boots were made for walking, and that's just what I'll do. That's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. I know if you're my age or older, you remember that song. Yes, I do have a lovely singing voice. Me and Papa used to sing that song all the time. I don't even know. Well, it was popular at the time. I guess that's why we picked it. But that was like mine and his song. When we were in that basement, we sang that chorus. That man, bless his heart, was probably so sick of doing that. But he sang with me. He let me, to the day she sold that house, there was this big sheet of plywood that he had given me paint, just from wall paint, and a paintbrush. Several different of them. They were green, in green colors. And just let me paint. And it was like my piece of artwork. And it sat down at the foot of them stairs till she got rid of that house. I wish I had it because I believe I'd tack it up on my wall. It looks as good as some stuff you see in the art gallery. So me and Papa down there playing and I was painting. And we singing the boot song. But the go-go boots, when I was thinking about Sandy laughing about the go-go boots, they got me singing that song in the shower. So let's see, I always look, oh Lord have mercy. I say that every time. It's been too long. So it's been too long. So I'm going to show you my food from yesterday. My week ended. I don't know how many weeklies I used because those days I didn't track. I know Sunday I went into them. So they may have all been used up and they may not have been. I don't know. I know how I ate, but just because you eat a lot doesn't mean you eat a lot of points. Even though I don't eat a lot of 0-point foods. I'll throw in a banana here or there. I had a plum this week, some boiled eggs. Yesterday I had more probably than I had all week. And that's no exaggeration. I just don't eat them. I eat my meals, and then my snacks are always pointed snacks. And in between, I don't go for the zeros, except for yesterday. For some reason, I guess my irritable self was just hungry. So at least I went for the things that are better for you instead of the pointy things. So pretty much I think that's all this morning. I'll just zip it up and let you see my food. It's Thrifty Thursday too. So depending on what time you see this, you may or may not have seen Thrifty Thursday. It's a long one. I told you in the intro. I'm going to tell you again. Break it up. No sense for you to have to sit there that long. It's just 1 turned into 2, turned into 3. So that's all about that. So let me go. I got to get my coffee. My coffee's done. It's over hollering my name. So I'll talk to y'all later.